Okay, welcome science folks. We are going to take a look at some temperature data. So I know we kind of looked at this before, but I wanted to get you a place where you have that information right in front of you. Alright, so I'm going to do a couple cities and then you can go ahead and finish the rest. And what I hope you get out of this video is how quick I'm kind of doing this for each city, because it's not a lot. Your brain will tell you it's a lot. It's not. Okay, so these are the things up here that I need for each city: high temperature in July, high temperature in January, difference between the high and low in July, difference between the high and low in January. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look for Minneapolis. Alright, I'm going to label July and January. Okay, and I honestly, I write big because I'm writing on a screen. Like you can write smaller on your paper. I know you can. Okay, high temperature in July is going to be 82 degrees. Okay, difference or high temperature in January is going to be over here, and that's going to be 22 degrees. And now we have the difference. Okay, so in July we're looking at the high and the low. So for Minneapolis, the difference is 82 minus 64. And so that would be 18 degrees. I'm just going to label at the top, difference. And then for January, over here, 22 minus 6. And so that's going to be 16. Yep. Alright, and there I have Minneapolis. Okay. And like I said, you can write smaller on your paper. I'm writing on my screen here with my stylus. Alright, let's swing over to Seattle. Now, when you have these cities that are kind of close to each other, pick an area where you're not going to overlap too much. So I'm going to go down here. July, January. Okay, for Seattle, in July, the high temperature is 72 degrees. January, 47 degrees. And then the difference in July is 72 minus 57, so it's 67, so that's going to be 15 degrees. And in January, I'll label that just so we know where we're at. In January, I've got 47 minus 39. Okay, and so that's going to be 8 degrees. Alright, so that's Seattle. Okay, now if you're going to do Spokane, maybe you do your stuff above so you're not running into Seattle. You can do San Francisco. There, you got a lot of room for Bakersfield. Alright, work together. Maybe somebody goes through and does the East Coast or West Coast cities, and somebody goes through and does the East Coast, and then you share what you found. Okay, it does not take that long, but then when you look in front of you, then you can compare temperatures. Like, what's the difference between these cities in the north versus these cities in the south? Which cities are going to be hotter? Okay, north versus south. Do you see anything from the East Coast and the West Coast? And then when you're looking at cities, the ones I'm circling are all on the ocean, and the ones that I didn't circle are away from the ocean. And so when you're looking at those, that's really kind of where you want to bring in those differences between the highs and lows. Okay. Alright, let me know if you have any questions, but yeah, get it down. You can do it. It's not as much as you think it is, and this is something you can do at home too, so if you want to bring your stuff home, you can do that.